Loading the steam and shrapnel cannon.
If you think that we are finished with the LM set events, then think again. Let us now review the footage of the debris patterns and the direction that it travels. Dr. Rasaviharii, a quantum physicist, has been reviewing this footage for some time. He refers to his findings as another smoking gun. I tend to agree after reviewing this film footage sequence with him. Let us first examine the film footage of the Apollo 14 LEM ascent from the set's surface in real time and then in slow motion. Here we can see the result of the ascent engine being ignited. Keep in mind that when this engine has been ignited, it is incapable of being throttled or gimbaled. It will remain in this manner until the propellant tanks have been expelled of fuel. The craft at this point can only be directionally controlled by its retrothrusters. At the bottom of the LM window, you will notice that there are three distinct patterns of what we refer to as steam patterns going off in three separate directions. As this is occurring, you will note that the debris, or shrapnel as we like to refer to it as, are following the direction of the steam along with the flag. However, if you look at the top of the window, you will see small, medium, and larger pieces of mylar along with other debris flying past the window from the top of the LM to the opposite corner, while one section of the mylar flies past the window at a sideways angle. Since there is a 10,000-pound thrust engine directly below the 3,000-pound thrust ascent engine, there is no place for the expelled fuel vapor to travel. As it cannot travel straight down, it must travel either through the cracks and crevices or through the side of the descent stage. As the bottom of the descent stage to the door of the ascent stage is close to 12 feet in height, this is not the pattern that we would be observing according to Dr. Rasaviharii. Rather, the expelled fuel vapor should disperse in a conical pattern rather than three broken patterns, with the affected debris being dispersed along with it. What we are observing here is that the debris is being dispersed from the top of the LM and falling across the window in a sideways manner. Along with this, we can clearly see a large piece of mylar debris being blown in a direct sideways manner across the window. That means that two completely different events are taking place, one being the shrapnel from the top and the other taking place from the lower part of the descent skirt. Remember also that this event is supposedly taken on the lunar surface in the vacuum of space. How is this possible? For the answer to this question, let us now take a closer look as the Apollo 17 LM ascends from the set surface. I would like you to pay particular attention to the spray pattern produced by the lunar set regolith as it is being dispersed. You will notice that it too is producing an unbroken conical pattern, unlike what is being displayed outside of the LM window on Apollo 14. Note also that the dust particles linger about in this unbroken pattern even after the LM has left the set surface. The immediate exhaust from the LM bell housing is also producing this unbroken conical pattern shortly after the ascent. Let us now compare the shrapnel patterns as the Apollo 15 LM ascends from the set surface. Watch as we display this in slow motion. In this sequence filmed from the camera mounted to the rover, as the shrapnel bolts are ignited, watch as the shrapnel flies outwards and up. Yet, when we view the exact same sequence from the DAC camera peering out of the LM window, we see the shrapnel spraying past the window in a downward pattern. This would indicate that these film sequences were either filmed at different times or multiple retakes have taken place. I have placed these sequences side by side so that you may have a good indication of what is transpiring. Once again, these sequences are not corresponding with each other. Lastly, let us review the footage of the Apollo 16 LM as it ascends from the set surface. This time, pay particular attention to the dust being kicked up at the bottom of the LM skirt. We can clearly see that there is a cloud of dust and steam at the bottom of the ascent skirt, hovering in a conical pattern as previously displayed. When we compare this sequence with the DAC camera sequence mounted in the LM window, we see that there is no conical dust cloud to be seen. The only thing that the effects team got right was the shrapnel flying past the window in an upwards motion. Once again, it seems as if the interior and exterior sequences do not match. As we have said many times, all of these sequences are nothing more than error in simulation. Thanks for watching.